That is pretty darn cool.
Hello everyone, it's me Ria from WeCreat. Welcome to our live stream again. Standing right next to me is Cyrus. He's responsible for creative content and project directions for WeCreat. Welcome back, Cyrus.
Thanks, Ria. Really excited to see our old friends and new faces. Like Ria said, I'm responsible for both marketing content and in-app project directions. So if you have any suggestions for new projects, let us know on the Facebook group or in the comment section.
Yes, and lately our Facebook group has seen an increasing number of customers with WeCreat vision. It's great to see everyone sharing their works and techniques every day. Feels so fantastic.
Yeah.
And in the last comment section, a user asked if there were any recent discounts.
Right.
Well, Cyrus, would you like to share some information
Sure.
on that?
We're actually doing a flash sale right now. You can purchase a vision for just $12.99. And with the rotary attachment, it's still just $13.99. So we also have offer the firm buying option to make it even more affordable.
Yeah, but and also there's one thing, $12.99.
Yeah.
But for 4-in-1,
yeah,
it includes an area assist, camera, laser beds, and autofocus. So the autofocus and auto lifting function without you to get a riser base for higher height of the object.
So everything you need basically for $12.99. And if you want the rotary, it's $100 more.
Yeah, so you get everything. And we've received questions like, can you engrave on glass, ceramic, metal? We arranged an episode right away. And after trying a couple of times, we found a simple and effective method. So we haven't showcased the process of engraving glasses in our live streams before. So today, let's just give it a try.
Really excited to try something new. You know, our brand name is actually WeCreat. So making new stuff is really something that you enjoy very much, as well as the company. So whether you already own a machine or if you're a laser enthusiast, feel free to ask questions or make suggestions, right? Or also on our Facebook group. And the Facebook group name is
WeCreat Official User Group.
Yeah. So especially the kind of projects you'd like to see more in our app.
Yes, and so without further ado, let's dive into today's project. Though today will be engraved on top of the glass, but we will be using two methods. One is the tempera paint, and another is laser marking paper. We'll be showing you guys later. And we just add something new, the mirror engraving.
Yeah.
Actually, this is something that we tried yesterday. We weren't meant to, do this in this live stream, but then we said, why not? Like, yeah, it's really something that is worth seeing in live stream. So the first one, for glass engraving, there are some pre-processing methods, like using marking paper. This is what I get. The different colors marking paper. But for laser marking paper and art tape, we tried art tape before, it's not ideal. So, and also finger paints. Finger paint, just like the paint that for the toddlers, or also tempera paint or poster paint. Actually, they pretty much the same thing. And it's washable, so it's really easy to clean after it engraved. So paper tape may not. Let me show you the results that we engraved on it. Yeah, this one. This is the engraving result that we used. The art tape. As you can see, the details are not clear, so we don't recommend this way. And also the laser marking paper, but the laser marking paper is different from the tempera paint. Different effect, actually. I'll show you two. This one is the bottle that we engraved, but before that we used a layer of tempera paint. This is the result. But another one, let me show you guys. This is a test that we made when using laser marking paper. You won't be seeing this in front of the camera, but when you touch it, this one has a feeling of the laser engraved a layer of the surface of the glass, but actually this just get color.
This is very smooth and there's a little bit of texture right here.
Yeah, it's different. So it depends on the different effect that you want. So you can choose different pre-processing methods.
Right.
So today we'll be trying this tempera paint. I'll show you, we already you have to let both materials to dry on top of the glass. We've tried these two, but I'll show you how to apply them. It's pretty simple though. Here I have a glass. It's just a glass with, this is 3 millimeters thickness, but you can use whatever you want. And then we need to cut a piece of laser marking paper here. It depends on the size of the picture. Like this. For the laser marking paper, you have to soak them and soak it into the water for like around a minute. And there's one important thing, like for the laser marking paper, you have to test beforehand because different colors have different parameters and we didn't know any of them. And if you are using the wrong parameters, it wouldn't even...
it wouldn't even engrave etch on it.
Yes, sure. And also we've tested, but for our testing results, I think 30 of the speed and 30 of the power is the ideal for the laser marking paper that we get. So once it's soaked into the water, it's really easy to peel. And for this side,
the sticky side.
Yeah, the sticky side, just put it on top. And just like when you were applying the phone screen,
the screen protector on your iPhone,
you have to scrap it. You can use some spatula, some silicone spatula, something like that,
to squeeze out the bubble.
Yes,
the creases.
or I'll be using this cloth. You have to make them even and smooth. Squeeze out the bubble and just let it dry. It's going to take you about 3 or 5 minutes before it gets dried. Oops, this is not even, but for the areas that we want to engrave, this is good. Just like this. So on the top, we'll be using the laser marking paper, and here we'll be applying a layer of tempera paint. The original tempera paint could be a little bit thick, so you have to, I add just a little bit amount of the mineral water.
Okay.
And shaked it. You should just apply them. And
it's like mayonnaise.
Yeah.
On a hot dog.
Is this color? Yeah. And also you could use some art dab, sponge dab. I'll be just using this cloth or wipes, tissues.
So
just apply them even.
So the objective is to make it sort of even, right?
Yeah. There's no other techniques, just be patient. Just like this. You shouldn't be seeing like the glass under it.
Right.
It should be
has
covered,
to cover up
evenly on top.
So the point is basically for the laser to be able to not see through the transparent part.
Yes, exactly. Just like this. And then it will get even after it gets dried.
Right.
So as long as you don't see the glass part, then I think it's okay for us because we've done like several testing, like it works. Just like this. Not hard, right?
Right.
And I have to wipe my hands for a little bit. And now we have to put the material on the laser
Okay.
bed. But before that, the crumb tray is totally black and dark. So we have to put, but we recommend you to put a black board under it or black paper, such as this. And then you put the bottle on top, but it's so dark you can't tell the difference between the material and the board, so it's recommended that you put a tape, a layer of art tape. If you help me to do it, I'll be wiping my hand around it to tell the inch. So under the camera, you will know where to put your image.
I got it. You can wipe your hand.
All right. And also sometimes because it's so dark, it could cause the autofocus failure because the camera don't know where to focus.
Right.
For that circumference, you can just put a layer of paper on top, so it doesn't affect the height of the material.
So that's
But
what
also,
we want.
Yeah, it gave a focus. It gave a point for the camera to focus. So now you have to just put it inside.
Okay.
So I'll be open the WeCreat Make It app. Yes. For this testing, you'll be seeing the difference between these two methods. So we'll be using the same pattern here. I'll just put WeCreat on top
Okay.
for the same one, the same design. And also the parameters are different, so. There are two different parameters that we collected from. We searched some videos about glossy engraving on the internet, and there's two different parameters. The first one is 75 power, 125 of the speed, 200 line density, and this works really fine for the WeCreat Vision.
Right.
And also there's one of the bloggers used a 65 of the power, 80 millimeters per second for the speed, and but the line density that he used 300.
Okay.
But you can test it in your machine, or if you like the different effect, you
Right.
could definitely try it out.
So feel free to compare the results and see what works best for you
Yeah.
and your materials.
Yeah.
After all, materials like glass and metal, they have varied compositions and may react differently.
Yeah, so I just use our text function to create a WeCreat here. And then for glossy engraving, we'll be choosing the fill engrave function. And adjust the size here separately. This one too. So for the first one, this is the results that we tested for gloss. For the power from 65 to 85, and so the speed from 100 and to 200. As you can see, the right corner here is a little bit of cloudy. Left corner is a little bit cloudy, and here the best result I think is 75 and 125. So I'll be using these parameters today. So if you already have the parameters you want, you don't have to choose the material.
Right.
It doesn't matter. And the line density to 200. Check it one more time. Yes. And for the one under it, we use a laser marking paper. We'll be using this fill engrave for 30 power and 30 speed. Okay, so now it's already autofocused. And no? Did I select autofocus before?
No.
Okay. Yeah, this time it focused successfully. But for if that sometimes it focus fails the autofocus, you can just put a layer of paper on top.
Yeah.
Let me just make them smaller. Yeah, and then you can just start. So for the software techniques, there's nothing special. Like there's, yeah, just the pre-processing and the post-processing that matters when it comes to gloss engraving.
Yeah, I think it's all worth it. Like when you get the engraved results, it's all going to be worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also the next one, the gloss engraving, the mirror engraving. Let me show you the one that I already made. This one. I don't know if you guys can see this. The original color is like not like this, but I put a layer of paint. So you get this.
So
one.
first you etch off the back part, and then there's a little bit of transparent, and then you sort of use a pen or some paint to fill it up.
You like. Yeah, it's really simple. That's what I like about the mirror engraving. You can like create whatever you like, the colors, combinations. So let's start. There's no pre-processing methods for this one. So just put this side on top for the laser to focus, and then you can just start. And when this when this vision is operating, is processing, you can just unplug it and continue to another project. First, I just plug it in. You can just cancel the task, cancel the mission that you just created.
Since it's already in operation, you can unplug or whatever.
Yeah, let's just start another canvas here. Now you refresh the background. Yeah, it's really what you see and what you get is really easy and simple. And let me upload the file. So the file format, someone was asking.
Yeah, I think somebody was asking us, the file format. What does WeCreat Vision support? So we always recommend to do your engravings or cuttings with SVG files. Like if you frequently work with Adobe Illustrator, then try to export it as an SVG to make it work better with Vision. But we also support JPEG, PNG, GIF, bitmap, and other common file formats.
Yeah. Now let's come to this software. So you have to choose Fill Engrave. And then I want it to be like to symmetrical pattern here. I think it looks great on one side. I'll just try another one to see. I'm going to do a mirror. Spin it.
You're becoming better and better at this, Maria.
Yeah. Is that good?
It'll do.
Just spin a little bit. I think the angle could be. Like this?
Yeah, that's better.
And then you choose a fill engrave, and for the per power setting, this power, I get this power from the Shack, the YouTuber, and he was using WeCreat Vision for gloss engraving. This is a parameter that I get from his experience, and it works perfectly. So it's 100 of the power and speed for 250, line density just for 100. And now you can autofocus and start. Just choose the image that you want, and the parameters is right, so the results, it cannot fail, right? And also after that, we'll be putting a little layer of the blue acrylic paint for the finish. Yeah, and now let's just start. It's very fast. 5 minutes.
So again, you can unplug it right after pressing start.
And for the gloss engraving, I think it works perfect if you are going to send a gift for Mother's Day,
Yeah, I think it's perfect.
Wedding's Day. And then, yeah, we use mirror every day, right?
Yeah. You do. I mean, you use it 30 times a day. I rarely use it.
Well, and also there's some other gloss engraving projects I want to show you guys, and some techniques and experiences too.
Right.
For the first one, this one. I don't know if this is the gloss, but I don't know what is the components of this one. But we tried gloss engraving directly on top. It works pretty good.
So there was no pre-processing and post-processing.
No, I think the parameter is 100 for the power and 30 for the speed. Oh no, 100 for the speed and 30 for the power. But we tried the same parameters on another gloss. It didn't work actually. It didn't work.
Okay. All right.
And this one without any color art tape, just like this.
Right. I guess the color has a lot to do with the
Maybe
results.
this is the colored gloss could be like different from the normal gloss. So if you guys can get something else or other color gloss material, you have to test beforehand, right?
I think because this is a blue laser, so maybe, other colors would work better. Other color glasses would work better than blue color transparent glasses.
I see. And this one, I don't know if you guys could see that, is the Marilyn Monroe. I engraved on my perfume bottle. I liked it. I also put a layer of metal acrylic paint.
Okay, right.
I liked it. And this one is light. Let me plug it in. Oh, can you see that? This is the image engraving. We've tried SVG engraving and image engraving. It worked both fine.
Yeah.
But there's one technique I want to remind you. Like we've tried this one and another one. Let me put it on top. Which one do you like?
I like the dog. I don't like the girl. I like the dog.
one of our photographer, like he owns a dog. He wants me to do another one for him, like he and his dog.
Yeah, well, he can pay for it, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And this is one of the failure.
This is the failed test
that we made because I forgot to reverse this photo.
Yeah.
Before I engrave it, you have to use this, like this is a negative effect.
Right.
So you have to reverse it and then you engrave.
So the reverse is a little bit like in the old days with film, it's like the negative effect.
Yes.
Basically.
So you have to reverse it.
Yeah.
And then you have to mirror it.
Yeah.
And then you have to and then you can engrave. But for this I don't know if you can see, this glass is a little bit thicker than normal glass. So this one is actually two-side engraving. I don't know. We just put one layer of acrylic paint on this top, but it engraved on both sides. So so to avoid this, I put a layer of nano tape on the back. Yeah, it worked pretty good. So now you can only engrave on one side.
Right.
This is really clear. So, but the nano tape, I didn't, like a little bit gap between this.
Right.
So, but yeah, this is a method that you can try. It depends on which side you want to engrave. And let me see, for this one. This is a wine bottle. There's no other post processing, just like this.
Right.
It's recommended that you put some like fluids like with darker colors inside, so
it will show much better.
Yeah, I like this one. Yeah, you can definitely engrave on wine bottles.
Right.
For the anniversaries or like for gifts too. And though through our own testing, like there's not much difference between the image engraving and the SVG engraving. So, and also no much difference between the regular glass and tempered glass.
Yeah. Okay.
And also, a user inquired about whether Vision is capable of engraving on stainless steel items. Well, the answer is resounding yes.
Right.
Yes, and I'll be
Yes.
showing you some, and also whether it's uncoated stainless steel, like this one, like this whiskey flask, or coated stainless steel items like this one, or just Stanley tumblers,
Yeah.
or other tumblers that we made. We can do it.
This is a fun one that they
Look at
did.
yeah, the finish. Look at the details about it.
This is a fun one that they did for a kid. It's from the game Doodle Jump.
Yeah, I like this one when I was in high school. And also, this is the sugar bottle that I made. So every day when I'm drinking a cup of coffee, I put a sugar.
Gotta have some sugar. Yeah.
This is my own sugar because I don't. This is something like healthy sugar
Okay.
rather than the normal cane sugar.
Right.
Yeah. I like this one. And yeah, I guess that's it for the project showing. Oh, and this one, important, this one that I missed. This is the gloss engraving, the plate. I thought this one is colored plastic, so I used the same method, like I just engraved on top directly, like it didn't work.
Right.
So, in the end, I have to put a layer of acrylic paint, and then the results is pretty good though.
I think it shows up better in the back because we engraved the back. But when you use a transparent plate like this, you know,
It's safe
you can,
to eat.
Yeah, it's actually quite nice to see the other side too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I don't recommend that you engrave on this side because this side could, when you're eating something, the juice could stain.
Right.
It could stain on this side.
Yeah.
Use this one.
And also back to our question about stainless steel. Like our current laser head can engrave on stainless steel and coated aluminum. Sorry.
Aluminum.
But please stay tuned for some exciting new capabilities in the future.
Yeah, and someone was asking if a vision could engrave on candles, chocolate. I don't know, but we'll try.
We'll find time to do all that, right?
Yes, and then there's something new, I'll let you know. And
Right.
maybe we'll just have a live stream about it.
Yeah.
But this one is done.
Okay, let me get it.
And so when it's done, as you can see, this is not the final result yet. I have to soak it into the water for like around 2 minutes. I think when it's this one done, I think you'll be seeing this final outcome. I don't know if you guys can see this. For the top one, for the acrylic paint, you can just wipe it with a cloth right now.
Right.
But for the laser marking paper, you have to soak them about 5 minutes.
Okay. Sure.
But once we use the laser marking paper for others, metal objects, metal surface, normally you wouldn't be engraved on with a dial laser machine. But with laser marking paper, I think you can basically engrave on anything.
A lot of
the different materials, yeah. Metals, normal metals, like maybe, or I'd say, any other special metal?
brass. I don't know. You gotta try. You gotta
Yeah,
try
brass,
before
yeah.
we make promises, right?
Yes.
And if the stainless steel surface has some coating, regardless of the coating color, engraving is possible, right?
Yes, and if the stainless steel surface has a coating, regardless of the coating color, engraving is possible. But different coatings and colors may require different power levels.
Right.
Or so some testing is needed, and also different color requires different parameters
Yeah.
too.
So if there's a certain kind of materials or certain brands products that you frequently work on, that you frequently need to engrave on, whether you're seeking advice or if you're getting really good results, please, share it on our Facebook group.
Yes, and I
WeCreat
love
official.
looking.
Yeah.
I love looking at the beautiful work and projects our user created with vision. And if you have any suggestions for improvement, please don't hesitate to leave them in the chat box. And Cyrus, before our Q&A session, do you have any other info you would like to share?
Well, the team is busy working on new projects. We're doing just a few projects on St. Patrick's Day, but also for Easter celebration. We have a very, very small team now, so please be patient. And for other questions, I mean, don't hesitate to contact Alan, which you've seen on our previous live stream. He's a really helpful guy, really friendly. You can contact him at support@WeCreat.com.
Yeah, we offer lifetime support. Don't forget about that. I think this one is almost done, right?
Yeah,
Just
I
a
think.
little bit.
I think it just needs a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think maybe a minute or so.
Okay.
Oh,
It's done.
my
And I'm
estimation.
peeling this one too. And for the laser marking paper, once you soaked it into the water, you can use a wire cloth to wipe it up.
So let's look at the back first.
Oh, wow, I like it. So
Yeah.
to make the pattern more obvious in front of the camera, we'll be putting a layer. You have to turn it off.
Okay.
We'll be putting a layer of blue acrylic. Wow, this is so nice. And the acrylic paint. This is really simple. Or you can just spray it. You can put some different color combination too.
This was actually very easy to do post-processing.
Yeah. And later on, I'll be cut out a round base here.
Right. And you can always use the vision to make a nice, rounded mirror frame
Yeah.
to, to make it complete.
Yeah, I think it's done. Simple like that.
That's easy.
Everyone can be an artist with vision. Wow.
It's very nice. The blue is very nice.
This is mine. Now, I think this one is done too. Here, as you can see, the acrylic paint is melting here, dissolve here, and the laser marking paper, you can just peel it here. I think yeah. I think I would definitely need a wire cloth. But if you have you have more time to let it soak into the water, when it's done, it's really to peel. Stress relieving, I think.
Right.
Let me just wipe out the first layer.
It's coming out very nicely, I think.
But you just need some time for that. For the laser, for the gloss engraving, the only thing you need, I think, is patience. Nothing else. Like the techniques are actually simple.
Right. And even the parameters, they don't vary too much, right?
Yeah, but if you're using light burn, so it requires more of the laser techniques.
Right.
But if you're using WeCreat Make It App, it's pretty simple. Just choose your pattern and autofocus,
Yeah.
and then you're good to go. Just waiting for the machine to process itself. I think I'm scrapping it off.
So these bottles are, actually I bought these bottles even before I joined WeCreat. And they were supposedly for my own cold brew coffee. And I just donated them to
You
the
can just,
company.
yeah, it's great. You can add some personalization and then it becomes something new to you.
Yeah, so you could put wine or your homebrew alcohol or, cold brew coffee.
Yeah, it's done. Let me wipe it off.
Okay. It's coming out nicely.
So as you can see, the effects are different. It depends on which one you like, what kind of patterns you want to create. This is the final result. So the first one on top is the one that we put a layer of acrylic paint, and underneath it, there's just a
Laser marking paper.
Yeah, laser marking paper. Do we need to
So-
put a black board behind it?
I couldn't find it. It's somewhere.
Here, I have the laser marking paper. That would make them more obvious.
Why don't you feel it and tell the audience which feels nicer?
This one is more obvious in front, visible, but this one actually it has more smooth effect, more smooth texture.
Okay.
But both parameters, I think the details are very nice.
The
And
top
the
one.
edges too.
The top one is a little bit brighter, I think, but the bottom
Yeah.
one is a little bit more even.
Yeah.
If you're going for that smooth look. But I think they both work nicely. Yeah.
And also after that, you can do some post finishing.
Right.
Like some color it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all. This is all the techniques, top tips and tricks for today's gloss engraving. If you want to see more materials testing or some other creative projects, don't forget to leave them in the chat box. And now I think it's time for our Q&A session.
Yep.
Yeah. Wear handle. If
Welcome to welcome to the reading 101.
if the mic doesn't work,
我们这里设备全部都没问题的话，
work. Will
喂，Hello，Hello，
全部正常的。
那都是电脑的问题啊，
哎，这有声音啊，
推流的问题啊。
有声音啊，必须有啊。
after.
OK 了。
Okay, can you hear us right now?
Are we back on track?
Yeah. I think we fixed the problem.
There it is.
Ah, okay, okay.
Okay, let's start all over again.
Yeah, start all over again. We'll do it.
We'll
quick.
start from the top since we're, very serious
the
about
first
this.
one, I just ordered from John K. The question: I just ordered a Vision Plus rotary bundle. Will the rotary be shipped together with Vision?
It's because of logistics reasons. We are shipping out the rotary set and Vision separately. So new buyers, you'll be getting 2 different shipment tracking numbers.
Yes. So the next question from Catherine: what about any rose gold coated stainless or a gold plated? Could those also be done with the marking spray? And how about a clear or blue acrylic? I think a gold coated stainless totally okay, and it turned out pretty good. Or gold plated, we haven't tried it yet, but according to my experience, like whatever the metal is, with laser marking paper, it could be done. Yeah, possible. And marker spray, yeah, we can try them out and find out because there's so many materials. Yeah,
We're gonna do some testing on that.
And clear or blue acrylic, we've seen bloggers they try to engrave on clear acrylic once, but
With
I haven't
success.
seen them with blue acrylic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So clear acrylic engraving, yeah, it's possible.
For some people who are new to the laser business, it's because we use the diode laser. It uses the blue laser. So for some, blue colored acrylic, it doesn't really get absorbed. So that's why it doesn't work that well.
Yes. So the next question from Carlos. We will be doing a segment on making metal business cards, both engraved and laser cutout styles. Yes, we can engrave on metal business cards, and yeah, we have that material. We can show this in our next or incoming live streams, but the diode lasers are not powerful enough to cut out metal card. So
Right.
engraving is definitely okay. And next question from Pam. Could you engrave an unopened bottle of whiskey without using paint or tape? Well, so for the first one, I don't know what's the material of the glass, but like we said, this one, like we engraved just directly and they turned out to be like this way. I think this is pretty good. But you can try, but if you don't want to waste a bottle of whiskey, you can just use a paint, a tempera paint, and then you can wipe it out just in a small certain area, so you don't have to soak this label in the water.
Right.
Yeah.
So the label won't get wet.
Yeah. And so paint is more recommended than tape, right?
Okay.
And next question from Lance. When is native light burn coming and what limitations will be there?
So it's going to be coming out in 1 or 2 weeks. Actually, the software in Weir's computer already has the Lightburn direct control feature in it,
Yes.
but it's an internal beta
Testing
version.
yeah.
Like we said before, we want to try to eliminate as many bugs as possible before pushing out.
And the limitations so far, I haven't seen one. It's just the camera. But you can see the background, but without seeing this camera,
Right.
That's the only limitation.
You can see the canvas, but you lose what you see and what you get the operation.
Yeah, and other than that, I think they're fully compatible.
Right.
Next one from Nadine. What were you wiping away from the mirror after you remove it from the engraver? I think that was this smoke.
Yeah.
Because the high temperature of the laser engraving and the surface just a layer of this smoke, and then I just wipe it away, and it turned out to be great.
Yep.
But here is just the paint at the back. And wow, we still got so many questions here. Any plans to offer a honeycomb bed so small objects won't fall to the bottom? Well, Luis, according to this question, we had the live stream in our last episode. We because these laser beds, can provide better airflow and reduce the burn marks on the materials. But so to prevent from the problems that small objects falling, we add this breakpoint function. So when you're cutting something, you can just add a breakpoints and then it won't fall off. So I think this should be a better like combination of both tiny home and laser beds.
And also, just one more thing to add. If you're engraving or cutting wood and you see some burn marks, I think in our last live stream we made a little tool that
accessories,
that can eliminate the burn mark problem, and it's going to be on our app library really soon. Maybe this 2 days.
Yes, and Kenneth asked, is the wood still on sale?
Yes.
You mean the color wooden panels?
Yes.
Yes, let me check about others. Can I cut 3 millimeters clear acrylic? Well, Kwesi, Adele lasers are not capable of cutting clear acrylic. Yeah. I think that's all for our questions for today. Oh, and there's one from Nadim. Can you add paint to the engraved areas? What wouldn't wash off in the dishwasher? Oh, so that depends on the paint, right? Some paint that can be used in a dishwasher. I'm not sure about that, but
we're gonna try.
Yeah, welcome to our Facebook group. Like there is so many users are talking about the different techniques or the materials where they're using, the post-processing products they're using. So welcome, and you can ask questions there, or we'll be testing out something like that. Yeah. Where can you get the laser paper? I'm not sure. Yes, maybe we have the.
I think it's on Amazon.com, and maybe we'll talk to Bill and see if we can offer it in the future.
Yes, and I think this is all for today's. Create do as 3D caving.
Engraving.
Engraving.
我们不是听过。
No. 3D engraving is not capable. Like this is a 20-watt Dell laser machine. It's not a 3D engraving machine. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's all for today's live stream. So thank you guys for your support and appreciation. And until next time, keep your juices flow. And and
don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this
the live stream. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
See you next week. Bye.
Thanks.